Look out, there's an evil priest. I say evil priest because, I mean, look at him.
I was just about to say evil priest.
What the hell is going on here?
My child, you are pale. What happened to you?
A person
lot of years
in a
ago,
wheelchair
Banana.
with knives in his hands was chasing me.
Sorry, Horror King.
Oh,
This year
it's
will
you.
be the 20th
Don't you
anniversary.
remember me?
You want to know how
I'm
I
the
know?
town priest.
Because
We met
20
here in the
years
chapel
ago, I
only
moved
a couple
into
of
my
days
condo.
ago.
Kaboom!
Oof.
Now this is writing.
What? I'm sorry. I don't remember you. I certainly don't remember coming here before.
I see.
See, this game
Perhaps
has
I'm
a couple of
mistaken. I'm
giant
old
problems.
and get confused
One,
every now and again.
really convoluted puzzles.
What is going on here,
Awesome,
Father?
Marissa. That sounds
Where is
fantastic.
everybody?
I hope you enjoyed.
The patients and the hospital personnel have been transferred to the new hospital
Indeed,
in town.
Catbox.
This old
Indeed.
mansion has been left pretty much abandoned.
Yeah, I know, Horror
Why
King.
are all the lights off?
Right,
I
Morgan?
don't like
We are
this.
old as the hill.
I feel the same. Something evil is happening.
Is there a way to turn on?
The old generator has been playing up. Go to the end of the hall and through the door.
I see.
Wait. Take this with you. It's not much, but it might be you.
Thank you, Father, but what?
My child, with a Bible in my hand, God protects me.
Oh, he's the worst. Oh, check it out. They added an instructional sheet. So in the game, it didn't tell you how to dodge.
I remember that.
And there's reload. Yeah, it didn't tell you how to do any of this. I had to discover from a GIF on the game's Steam page that you could dodge. Okay, and there is the suits for guys in radiation. That's exactly my point, Marissa. Yeah, I think only one computer in this entire game works. Now to find a crowbar. Crowbar, crowbar, crowbar. Crowbar, crowbar, crowbar. You don't double tap to dodge. Odamon? What are you talking about? You don't double tap to dodge. You aim. Oh, whoops. You aim your gun, and then you hit square. Or in this case, X, since it's an Xbox controller. See? Dodge. Those are dogs, I think. Banana. Oh, right, I gotta take my lighter out. Oh no, I'm missing the crowbar. Where's the crowbar? Seriously, where's the crowbar? Have I forgotten about the crowbar? This is quite oh, there it is. Whew. Yeah, being able to swap to crowbar with one button would be a huge help. And based on that same GIF in the game Steam page, you used to be able to do that, and they took it out when they added tank controls.
Weird.
Yeah, it used to be you could, like, use the D-pad to switch weapons, but they added tank controls, so now you can't, rather than, like, putting in an item to let you do that. And the crazy part is, there's 4 weapons in the game. Obviously, the D-pad is for switching between weapons. That's one of the reasons there's only 4 weapons in the game. They just neglected to keep it that way. It was a dog. Good to know. Oh, you're playing with keyboard. Okay, well, then now I understand. No wonder I didn't understand the controls you were talking about. How far are you into the game, if I may ask? Yeah, this game's biggest issue, though, is a completely trash map. Just the trashest map in the whole wide world. There's not even a map button, which is insane. Anytime you want to look at the map, you have to go into your files, find the map, look at it, and then switch between tabs by actually clicking on the tabs rather than, like, pressing the bumper.
Wait,
It's super awkward.
Marissa, is that the musical about the people that were stuck on flights that couldn't land and landed in Gander, Newfoundland? And all about how Newfoundland is the most hospitable place in the world?
That's famously true.
Which is actually famously true. And like how everybody in Newfoundland just invited these people into their house and housed them all in Gander, Newfoundland. Because I love that musical. And also, I've sometimes heard like Americans upon hearing that musical be like, that didn't really happen, did it? Well, that's an exceptional circumstance. No, that's Newfoundland. I once visited Newfoundland and we didn't know there was an impending there was a
Hurricane?
threat of
Or winter
ferry
storm.
strike.
Ferry strike, even worse.
Yeah, and we might have been stuck there, and literally everyone we talked to invited us to stay with them. Like, complete strangers. Love you.
Yeah, the limited ability to save is an issue. I will agree with that. It's not a... I mean, I was expecting, you know, retro Resident Evil jive, so I'm not that surprised that it's difficult to save, but it is annoying. Okay. Oh, they've really dialed down how much damage the enemies did over the past week. I started playing this on Monday, and enemies were just brutal. Oh, wait. There he goes, but he's not dead yet, so I gotta do this. There he goes. You gotta shoot him 6 or 7 times, then 2 clubs from the crowbar will do it. The same works if you have a shotgun, and then you can just shoot them once with a shotgun, and 2 whacks with the crowbar should finish them off. It's good to kill every enemy, you just don't want to be bothered with them later. There are some enemies you can sneak past, but there's plenty of bullets in the game.
Yeah, Horror King, I'm not scrolling up because I'm in the process of
She's
cooking?
cooking?
My supper.
What is up, girls and
So, I
Panzer?
can see your comments because I have my phone propped up on the counter in the kitchen, but yeah, I'm not actually going to scroll up.
Yeah, this game is so much more interesting than it starts out being. Like, it starts out very rote and survival horror-y, and the longer you play the game, the more interesting the story gets. But there's a big problem, because, and I can't stress this part enough, while the story does get a lot more interesting, the second half of the game is a place you don't have maps for. Hey, Girls and Panzer and Railways. There's literally no map for any part of the second half of the game. And navigating without a map in this kind of fixed camera context is bad. So attempting to navigate in this mansion, well, at least I have a map, and if I can figure out what room I'm in, for example, now I'm in maternity ward, I can gradually figure out where to go from there. But, by comparison, not only in the later game will you not have a map at all, but every room you go to is 100% pitch black. And, it's bad. Like, ridiculously pitch black. Do I not have both parts of the heart yet?
Maybe since the game has obviously been patched, like very recently, like today, there will be a map now when you get there again.
I doubt it. Well, all of the maps have to make sense within the world? And you're going through a secret Catholic temple? The villains of the game are a sect of the Catholic Church who are just mega bonkers. Like, even for Catholics. They're essentially Catholics who want the rapture, kind of? They're real bad, is the point.
Wait, do Catholics believe in the rapture?
No, that's the point.
Oh,
These guys are double nuts.
very.
I did know there's a new Blood Rain game coming out, but it's not new. It's just a remaster of the 2D game from 10 years ago.
Like, is the only is the reason people know about the rapture because
Awesome, Girls and Panzer.
it's very specific religions in America, like forms of Christianity in America.
Oh yeah, no, Americans popularized it. You see, Americans have this belief that they are the main characters of a story. That story being life. Like, the whole world, every American is the main character of that story. And the rapture is a crazy religious, occult belief that says that You specifically are living in the most important time in history, and therefore you are the most important people in history. And it's a religious quote unquote faith designed to feed into Americans' delusions of grandeur. Oh damn it! He shot at the wrong one. Oh, there he goes. There we go. Down on the ground. Clompa clompa.
Like, nothing you said was factually untrue.
This is very unkind. Was it too mean the way I said it?
Yes.
Okay. But it's true. Every American, again, it's the old, is it G.K. Chesterton who said the line? Every American, like, socialism never developed in America because every American imagines that they are a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. They're like, oh no, well, we're all upper class. We just haven't come into our money yet. Oh, once our uncle dies, then we'll have, then we'll be rich. Like, every American thinks they're about to get super rich, so we shouldn't, team up with all of those low-class poor people. I won't be able to relate to them once I have a yacht. Spoiler alert, you're never going to have a yacht or be able to have a comfortable life because you refuse to team up with other poor people. And every country but America can figure this out. There you go, Otamon. Well, fun fact, it is fantasy Otamon. The Rapture, and I talk about this a lot, so I'm sure everyone has already heard this. I'll do it one more time, unless someone asks. The Rapture is a Bible fan fiction written by a 16-year-old girl in Scotland in the 19th century. And then this preacher, Schofield, got a hold of her, crazy ideas and was like, oh my god, like, this is like, a crazy action story version of the Bible in which, like, everybody is a superhero who's going to live to see the end of the world. I can preach to this. And then he started preaching that, and it became one of the dominant forms of Christianity in America. But it's just, fan fiction that a girl wrote back in the 19th century. What is Bible fan fiction, Marissa? It's literally, like, this girl, if she had been alive today, she would have been writing about My Little Pony. Like, she had the exact same instincts to tell her own stories that fan fiction writers do, but what happens when you have the instinct to tell your own stories, but the only book you've ever read is the Bible? You write fan fiction, but instead of a fan fiction where everybody meets, where you go to the world of My Little Pony and meet all the ponies, and you're the cool new pony, you're writing fan fiction where you're the main character of the Bible. And that's what the Rapture is. It's a version of the Bible where actually you were the main character the whole time. It's fascinating. But it's exactly the same kind of instinct that leads people to write fan fiction about their favorite books and TV shows. It's wanting to live in the world of your books and your TV shows, except they're wanting to live in the world of the Bible. So they say the Bible was actually about right now, and it was all actually prophecy.
Don't they also say part of the Rapture is referenced in Revelations?
Oh, 90% of the Rapture is... 90% of Rapture mythology is Daniel and Revelations.
And
like,
Revelations isn't actually included in majority Bible.
No, it is in majority, but it's not in, what do you call it?
50%.
United. No, more than 50%, but it's not in Unite. Like, United are the people who gave up on the Rapture, because it's, nonsense.
Because Revelations
And
isn't,
Revelation. It is part of the official biblical canon. It's just, there are some churches that don't think it's useful, because, again, it's John writing to some churches about how awful Nero is, and doing it in really confusing metaphors. Like, unbelievably confusing metaphors. Because if you just said Nero's a scumbag, somebody would have showed up and, stabbed him in the neck. There you go, Marissa. Sorry to have offended you. Hey, Brian, you can barely hear me? Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? If so, I will crank the F out of this volume. I just need to know. Boom.
When I briefly turned my phone on and forgot to turn the volume off.
Check it for me, would you? Hey, baby doll. Oh, I just have to turn the game down. I didn't realize. Sorry. Me. You okay, woman?
Yes.
She's okay, everybody.
Mostly.
Yeah, I was so bad at this game. The developers, sorry, the publisher, sent me a guide for how to get through it, and I'm like, thanks, guys. But this guide is full of mistakes. Like the guide was made before they changed a bunch of the puzzles and a bunch of room names and a bunch of where items were in rooms. So the guide was less helpful than I thought it was going to be.
Question for you.
Go.
Are you bad at this game, or is the game just bad?
I don't think it is a bad game. I think it's just a game with, you know... You okay? There we go.
You play a ton of games. So...
Oh, yeah. It's just there are puzzles that are really oblique, and they don't have good clues.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like, you play a ton of these games, so I feel like if you're
Adorable
having trouble
Marissa.
getting through the game...
Oh, no, this one, the difficult... I'm not saying that it's entirely my fault, but at the same time, there's stuff that really confused me. And he is late. Wesley is late. But there's just stuff in the game that is not as clear as it should be. And, you know, that is on them. People have... Oh, I'm going to show you something fun. All right, check this out. So I open this. What? Oh, I have to put that... Ugh. So I combine this and I open this. All right. There you go, Otamon. Like I said, it gets great. I don't know why I disappeared while that was being rotated. All right, so watch this, everybody. So you're going to see a scene of us introducing the hall. See? This is introducing the main location for the game, right? When I played this game, when I started playing this game, this shot wasn't in it.
Oh, no!
No, but it gets better. But, so I had, like, gotten 2 hours farther into the game, and see, I entered through that door.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't in the game yet, so what happened was... When I went through this, came through this door, it knew that it hadn't played that video yet, so it played that video, and it teleported me down to the main floor.
Oh.
Okay, now, I can't see that the floor here is torn up. Can you see that the floor there is
No.
torn up? Okay, so that's just a bad camera angle on their part.
Yeah.
Oh god, you destroyed the Scarecrow Dentist? That's not cool, Marissa. Scarecrow Dentist never did anything to you. That I know of. I mean, I don't know what your life is like. Maybe Scarecrow Dentist was a real jerk to you, and I will have to have a conversation with him. No, there's monsters! Who could have guessed there would be monsters? Do I have enough bullets? Yeah, I got plenty of bullets. So the big problem with the game in this context is... enemies can attack, like, one thing... 3, 4... 5, 6. Anyway, one major problem with this that, you know, most classic horror game developers, a mistake they would never make, is if you have fixed camera angles, under no circumstances... Is there another guy around here somewhere? There is. Should you ever let any of the enemies have a ranged attack. They changed it so you have more health in the game, or the enemies do less damage. It's actually, no, it's got to be more health. Or the things heal more, because it used to be from danger, it took you 3 morphine shots to get back to fine. Now it only takes 2. So, like, they got some, you know, hard comments about the game's difficulty level over the past week from people like me who were playing it, and they dialed it way back.
That's good.
Yeah, well, no, it's clear that they were listening. Now, if they will just fix the map situation, they'd have a solid game here. I don't know if there's anything to be done about the puzzles. They could have better clues. Oh, that's great, Marissa. Okay.
Yay! I'm sorry you had a bad day. But I'm glad you were able to fix Scarecrow Dentist.
Oh, I showed Marissa the crocodile, and
Yes.
she's like, maybe. Like, it's not that hard to do, so... she's going to consider doing the crocodile.
Nice.
I know, I'm very excited about it. Okay. No. Them and Us. Remind me to check Them and Us out later, would you? What's the other game? There's another. Check it out.
Oh, he sits down now. That's nice. Scarecrow Dentist gets tired. He needs to sit.
It's true. He can't hover all the time.
I poked.
Okay, I don't know that this cult house is weird. Yes, I do. I thought that was clear. We 100% need a plushie of that Chompy Boy. When you see him in the game, you'll understand the extent to which we need one about Chompy Boy. We weren't joking. I showed you Chompy Boy, right? Yeah, I showed her Chompy Boy. She's down with it.
But I think the plushie needs to be more cuddly.
Than the real Chompy Boy?
Yeah.
I get that. Well, you should discuss that with Marissa, obviously. I'm not an expert in this, and she 100% is. You can't really deal with that guy until you got... I mean, I could kill him now, but I'm trying to set... There's no reason to go to that room yet. So, you know. I'm not going to worry about it.
Giant salad, y'all, and it's delicious.
She loves giant salads. Yeah, but it's got to be the specific shirt from the game, Marissa. That's the thing. It's got to be the specific shirt from the game. And then, I mean, if we could just buy an alligator that's black on top and yellow on the bottom, and we can just buy him a shirt and buy him that shirt and put it on him, we can. But
honestly, you might actually want to see Big Salad. You might actually want to look online and see if you can get an alligator that looks like him, because I could make that shirt.
Okay.
I know I don't like sewing, but
why don't you check that while we're playing now? You're not going to be... Well, after you're done eating. You're not going to be looking at the games tonight.
No.
You refuse to? Why are you angry?
Did you not see my post in the Discord?
No.
They were not sure if you'd remember that you promised to play this because of the cute cat games, and I was like, no, he remembers. He told me no more cat game. I'm sad.
Well, until tomorrow
And then they
or
all
Sunday.
posted cute pictures
Monday.
of all their furry animals, so yeah.
Adorable. Yeah, like... Again, I would like it to look as much like the real guy as possible, which is... Oh, so when the game first started, they hadn't put the skin on the shotgun shells yet, so it was just a pure white box. It was kind of neat. No, but Marissa, we want it to look as much like the gator as possible because we're going to use it to market our playthrough of the game. So if it's just an alligator in a jacket, that's not clear. If it's that alligator in that jacket, well, we can get some traction off of that. We can perhaps get the Ubisoft Corporation to promote our stream because it's the stream starring the gator from the game. This is all a marketing ploy. Was that not clear? I also desperately want him.
An old
because
magnetophone.
it's going the wrong way.
Recording my progress might be
It's going the
useful
wrong way,
if
everybody.
anything happens to me.
Hey, Phoenix.
My name is
I
Caroline
might be able
Walker.
to set that.
I came to Wildberger Mansion seeking information about 2 girls in a photograph I received in the mail a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, again, if she doesn't want to
The
do it,
last
it's
thing
fine.
I
Not
remember before
judging.
losing consciousness
we
was
are sure,
arriving at the
Marissa.
hospital and entering the mansion's main hall. I remember pain and then nothing. I woke up sometime later connected to a ventilation machine. And my eye had been removed.
Why would someone do such a
Why
thing?
would someone do
We do
such
wanna
a
hear
thing?
joke.
I don't know what the hell is going on in this place. but I
Everyone
need
wants to hear a
answers.
joke, Wesley.
What is Wilbur, Girls and Cancer?
I have no idea what Wilbur is.
And
Yeah, of course. I know Unabridged. We've known each other for years now, Audemont. Of course I know he works for the Escapist. So this is the main mechanic for the first half of the game. There are monsters in pitch black rooms. You can't fight if it's pitch black. You can't do anything if it's pitch black. You can't even really move. So you have to enter a pitch black room full of monsters, run around that room, lighting up candelabras. And then fight them now that the place is lit up. It's weird. And I'm going to show you something really frustrating in the game. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. He can take 8 or 9 shots before he'll fluke. 7. Oh no, 7 this time. Wow. I think I might do more damage when I'm closer to him. It's tough to say. 1. 3. Now dance backwards to keep him from hitting me. Now let's finish him off with an extra shot from this bad boy. He doesn't have a ranged attack. Only one enemy in the game has a ranged attack, and it was a very stupid thing for them to do. I'm glad they only did it once. But it should be removed from the game. So, you see this corner here? Woman? Mm-hmm. See this corner here? There used to be a slicey boy here.
Yep.
And the fact that there was a slicey boy here made me think that I was doing something wrong and I had to turn on the power. They moved the slicey boy here after one update, and I thought, oh, okay, so they just blocked off the rest of the game. So then I went here, I, dealt with the I went around the slicey boy. Ah, they changed it so that's locked from the other side. I broke the game, and I went in here, and this is a fun fact. Are you ready for this? Because of my getting stuck in the game, because I was able to go in there and get the read-writable disc long before I was supposed to, they have now changed the game so you have to get past the slicey boy in order to do it, meaning you can't come back here until you have the Silent Hill style lantern. And if I had seen that it was behind the slicey boy, I would have known to do something later. But I went in there, and so I'm like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to open this door? And then they got my question, and they're like, oh, F. He skipped, and this is the actual number of steps in the game I skipped. I skipped 19 steps in their gameplay guide. I had missed 19 individual puzzles.
Oh, you pulled a me!
Yep, I skipped like literally half the game. Accidentally. And thank heavens, they have since fixed it.
I have broken some of the best games out there
Shotgun!
by
Oh,
doing stuff in the wrong order.
I'm not saying this is going to be my... How big do we want the plush? This is going to affect how much it costs to ship to us.
No.
But she can make it literally any size.
That is up to you.
No, I'm asking your opinion. I know it's up to me in the end, but I'm asking your opinion. I want you to tell me how big an alligator. Do you want to see alligator footage from the game to decide how big you should be?
Maybe.
Okay. We're not talking life-size alligator, Marissa. I would say larger than Snuggy Boy. I mean, I love Snuggy Boy. No complaints about Snuggy Boy and Jeremy Gruffle. But because he is a gator, named, are you ready for this? El Guapo. I think he should be bigger and more formidable than they are. So I would say larger than Jeremy Gruffle. And larger than Snuggy Boy. I now realize that Snuggy Boy and Jeremy Gruffle are the same size, so that wasn't the best example. But it's like half again the size of Snuggy Boy, maybe twice the size of Snuggy Boy. That's the area we're aiming at. She can vacuum seal it into... You have a vacuum seal machine, Marissa? Oh my gosh. You really are set up for this professional stuff. I can say, Otamon, that this game at no point cops out on its premise. The way, so many games do. Like I said, I beat it today. And, the question of how her eye got cut out? That does get answered in the game, and it is a 100% satisfying answer. And that is all I'll tell you about that.
Okay, Wesley's joke. You ready for it?
Do it!
Oh, shoot. I just lost it. Hold on. I gotta scroll back up.
Well, this is getting embarrassing.
Why did Karl Marx refuse Earl Grey?
Go.
Because property is theft.
That's terrible.
That is beautiful.
Property is theft, though, so I do agree with him.
Sorry, Wesley. He's wrapped up in the game and only looking over at the comments every so often, and the comments
Thanks,
are actually
Marissa.
going pretty fast. And I am eating, so I'm a little distracted.
Okay, well, it sounds like there's a monster around here, but as you can see, I don't have any lights. So I'm gonna have to run to where the lights are. Oh no, it's monsters with swords. Whatever shall we do? Just run past them, it's fine. Ah! Slicey boy! Slicey boys are completely helpless in the light because they can't attack sideways.
So I'm so sorry to hear that you have been having bad days, but hopefully we can make it better with a really disgusting game.
Yeah. Fun fact, it is amazing, you know, anyone who got out of Vietnam alive, but percentage-wise, a shockingly small amount of the American troops in Vietnam got killed. Like, a tiny percentage. So see that two-faced picture there? I'm going to have a screenshot of this in my playthrough. When we first played the game, there was a different picture there. And they replaced it with this picture of conjoined twins. Who's ready for the worst puzzle in this or any other game?
I am.
So, if I do it the first time, I'm going to be very proud of myself. Expect this to take me like 6 tries, and for me to get increasingly furious as I fail over and over again. Okay. Swords! Wait a minute, hold on. Are you sure you'd be comfortable sending me the Scarecrow Dentist? Are you sure you don't want to keep the Scarecrow Dentist to yourself? Like, that's kind of an amazing plush. Obviously, we'd love to have him. He's the Scarecrow Dentist. He's the star of my new video game. And, you know, I'm sure he'd love to be there on it. Is it strange that I'm going to have a game out, like, we're working on a video game, and it's going to come out, like, before it comes out, I'm going to have another video game come out? Weird, right?
No.
Just saying, we're going whole hog on this video game thing. Yeah, I got that too, Otamon. One more time.
Yeah, Wesley, as long as it's, you know.
Okay,
not
Marissa.
horrifying. We totally want to hear this.
Of course we want to hear it. As long as she says, it's not upsetting in any way. Yeah, I've got clips of both the crowbar shooting shotgun shells and, really weirdly, the nail gun shooting shotgun shells. It's very weird. Like making the shotgun sound and having to do the sound and having to do the shotgun reload. By the way, this might be one of my favorite shotguns in games recently.
Wow,
Oh, that's
Wesley.
insane, Wesley. He's so lucky. Oh, okay, he was retired by then. Whew, okay. Check it out. For no discernible reason, there's a statue of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. Like, why is that there? That has nothing thematically to do with the game whatsoever. Alright, so, let's do this. Oh, awesome. Well, I would love to. That would have been an amazing surprise, Marissa. And when it shows up, I will have long since forgotten you said you were going to send it, and it will be an amazing surprise. Here we go. Oh, God. I'm bumping into the mouse is what's happening. So, here we go. I did it the first try. That being said, this is the 4th time I've had to do this, so I guess I have taught myself by rote. But yeah, that puzzle there means that people who are hard of hearing will never be able to play this game. And I think that's crap.
You can't just skip it?
No, you can't skip puzzles in adventure games. This isn't a hog. Only casual games let you skip puzzles for the most part. For the most part. There are exceptions. Oh my god, I love... Have you seen the enemies that are in here? Automon? No, it's a fancy museum being
These
run by a
girls are the
renegade
same
sect of the
twins
Catholic
as those
Church.
in the photo.
So the idea is that these are supposed to be the real paintings, you know, that the Catholic Church has seized over the years, and they're putting here, and then all the other ones are just
The
fakes.
ones that will awaken the devil are ready for their operation.
Oh no.
It seems like the girls are being prepared for some kind of surgical procedure. If I don't find them soon, something terrible might happen.
Yikes. Also, they got really
The
messed
plaque
up
says
faces in there.
Anna and Emma.
Oh, that's terrifying,
Whoa,
Wesley.
That's crazy. It's like interesting to me that you know those stories about like your grandfather and your great
Check it out.
grandfather.
See that guy at the top left?
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
Okay. So there's you see how the railing has that little pupper on it?
Yeah.
All right. Directly behind the pupper is an IV cart,
Oh.
but there's a guy who's been cut in half,
Ew.
and the top half of him has been impaled on the IV cart,
Ew.
and he uses like a cane to push
Why would
himself
you
around.
want me to see that?
Well, you're not seeing him. I'm just describing him to you. You haven't seen him.
I thought you meant the puppet.
You're very weird.
Yeah, my grandfather fought in World War II, and it
So,
messed him up.
This
He
really
never
sucks.
talked about it.
See, the problem is I have to get past this trap, but there's a guy right on the other side of the trap? Ah! See? What? I did it!
Yay!
There's a trophy for getting the trap to kill somebody, and I've tried to do it like 6 times with no luck. At this time it happened accidentally, so apparently my mistake was trying. Gotcha, Wesley. I have not heard a ton of war stories, because I only knew one of my grandfathers, and he fought for the bad side in World War II, so I was not psyched to hear any stories from him. Check it out. So this room, when the game was first released, it had there was a wall here, going from here, next to the door, all the way to this. So it was a giant U-shaped room, and you had to run all the way around the table. But later they added enemies to the room, and they realized it was unfair to have an enemy, but have you not be able to circle around. So they took out the blocks, and this was one of the blocks. They just moved it to a different part of the room. So now you can circle around and fight the guy more effectively.
Father, what are you doing here?
You can kill them with a trap.
Yeah,
Don't you see,
we know my
child?
grandfather
I'm
fought
eating some
in
soup.
Europe,
God feeds my spirit,
and yes,
but I
was
have to
in
take care of
Germany.
it. Oh my!
Yep.
So
what is this
we're
doing in
pretty
my
sure
soup?
from his
I
records,
found some information
and, like,
about
from
the
what we can
twins.
find out from other people,
I see.
that he
There is a
I don't know, but
probably saw some concentration camps in
Oof.
Germany because he was there at the right time to and never.
Which one is
talked about
Visage,
the war.
Brian? The name, I haven't played it, and the name is not ringing a bell. So these are doors, and everyone has a clue, right? They're telling you it's broken. So I know this looks strange, but if you look at it, if you fix them broken, the top one is a square, because 2 triangles make a square. The middle one is a hexagon, because it's 2 3-sided pieces that you flop together. And the bottom one is a pentagon, because you put that little cap on the other side. See? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
You're loaded with the cold. Oh my god. I don't think we're going to make it far enough that I can show you the puzzle in the game that confused me more than any other by like a wide margin, but I'll show it to you later and you'll be like, what the hell? I hear you, Wesley. Oh, cool. A well-made PT clone. I'm always down for
What's
those.
PT?
It's Hideo Kojima's teaser for Silent Hills.
Yep.
And then, but it was really, a meta-narrative about how pissed off he is that Konami was going to fire him. Like, it started out as a playable teaser, and then it gradually transformed into a statement about how pissed off he was about them stealing Metal Gear Solid 5.
I hear you on that, Wesley. All of my grandparents have passed away now, and I was really close with specifically my grandmother, but even both my grandmothers, like, really, really close. So, yeah.
You know what's great about this game? It was been developed during COVID. Like, it started in 2019, I think, and then it moved on into COVID. And so the game is literally all of the walls have pictures that say "wash your hands and get vaccinated." Just everywhere.
That's awesome.
Does it fit in with the story at all? No, this is 1994. But they're like, wash your hands and get vaccinated. And I say respect.
Well, when was SARS?
2002.
No. Yeah. I was like, we started really talking about washing your hands.
Yeah, but this is the vaccine one is the important part.
Yeah. I mean, vaccines
To the
have always
narrative.
been important.
Yeah, but there weren't giant signs everywhere in hospitals saying, get vaccinated. Vaccines were normally stuff you got as a kid, or if you were worried about having tetanus. Or if you were traveling internationally. Hey, buddy!
I was also, Leslie, really close to two of my great-grandmothers.
3, 4,
Who died when I was young, and I wish I could have experienced more.
4,
of their
5.
life.
Yep, there he goes.
Okay, one was crazy, but still fun crazy. And the other one was just awesome.
Come on, die! Yeah, the jump back works so well. I'm so glad they added an instruction that it was in the game. Whew. No, I hear you, Brian, Wesley. Like I said, I never got to know my grandfathers at all. Okay.
Well, didn't you get to know the one, sort of?
Well, again, he's German, so...
Sort
German people never... Well, no, I mean, the fact is, let's face it, the elevator's not responding. What? Why not? Oh, no! I'm such a dum-dum. You'll see. You never really get to know German people, especially of that age.
Well, it's like, you know, my grandfather on one side of the family, I never got to know that well, because, you know,
Oh, yeah.
it's a closed-off French-Canadian man.
This
So,
is my
A
point.
lot of not trauma, is it? Family issues in his life who just never talked to me.
Uh-oh, can't see anything. Who did put these bodies here?
That fridge is way too wide.
But it's cool, man.
Yeah, but it's way too wide. They never made a fridge that wide.
It could be a special surgical fridge.
Maybe.
You never know.
I have strangely seen a bunch of, you know, hospital
Ah, there it is.
fridges of that era.
Alright, so you go downstairs. For some reason, they made it incredibly hard to read those. The emergency brake is engaged. Why? How? What?
Apparently they've changed the game since he last played it.
Yeah, looks like. That was a weird sound. Okay, let's read the maintenance log, see if there's anything about the emergency brake in there. Maintenance logbook, examine. Okay. Okay, yeah, it was my fault, everybody. Just my fault.
You forgot something?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, Wesley. Yeah, I got one war story out of my grandfather, and I'm not going to tell it. Because it's deeply unpleasant. But yeah, he fought on the Russian front. And I'm not saying he knew he was the bad guy, but when that war ended, they all ran as fast as they could towards where the Americans were, because they knew the Russians were just going to kill them because of, you know, all the stuff they did.
My grandfather never talked about the war, but he would talk on Remembrance Day about the importance of Remembrance Day.
That would be crazy, Marissa. You have to go on. There are more dogs that you are such a good pet owner that while obviously you will be crushed when you lose Loki at some point, there are more pets that need you in their lives. The world doesn't have enough great pet owners. It's just a fact.
That's true.
Do I think we would be great pet owners? Maybe. I know we'd be good pet owners if we could have pets. There's a non-zero chance I may want a burb, but I don't know if I can justify it because, you know...
I'm allergic to feathers.
She's allergic to feathers, and I couldn't keep an animal in a tiny cage, and having a burb that's comfortable just hanging out in the place...
Is that an aviator?
Aviary.
Aviary.
Yeah. We would have to get a big enough bird that it could just hang out in the place, but not be impossible to find. And that would get real messy real fast. Did I go the wrong way?
Yeah, I had
No,
friends
really.
that had a parrot that they would let out of their cage. It was not pleasant to visit them.
Yeah, that would be scary.
There's a book around here somewhere that their parrot ate part of.
Parrots don't mess around. That's my point.
I was really pissed about that because I
get
had
it.
lent her the book.
Okay, now it should work. Yeah, I was just blocking the door. Burbs are noisy as F.
I will say this, Marissa. The first person I really remember passing away.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess that's not true.
So when you leave this room, this is going to close on you. So what you have to do is open it up, and you can't push the button here. So you have to block the door so that when it tries to close, it can't. So you can come back to the room and still take the elevator. It's great.
Sorry, the first funeral for a family member I ever remember going to was my step-great-grandfather, who no one in the family liked. And I can remember my mother asking me if I was okay. And I turned to her...
About what?
Because, like, you know, I got pushed into going up to the coffin and doing the visitation.
Of course. Totally
You know,
normal.
I'd just seen my step-great-grandfather, you know, dead in a coffin. And she was like, oh my god, my very young daughter just saw, you know, a dead body. Is she going to be okay? And I looked at her and said, I'm fine. It was actually nice to see that he's actually dead.
Damn. That's cold, baby.
And she was like, I don't know what to say to this.
This is one ice cold bee I'm talking to.
But I will say, it is worthwhile getting to know people because there are some amazing...
All right,
people.
Odamon, I'm about to show you the solution to the most difficult puzzle in game. Because there is... I'm going to say it. I think there's no way I could have known I was supposed to do this. We're paying Lamentum in a minute, Odamon, which means it's time for people to get their guesses in.
Yay,
Plushie cam time! Alright, everybody. Here's the rules. Everybody gets one guess for who's on the plushie cam. If two people guess the same thing, only the first one on my timeline counts. Excuse me. Only the first on my timeline counts. If you guess a category like cat, and the answer is Cool Cat Garfield, I'll say to you, yeah, it's a cat. Which one? And you're going to have to guess again. It's never going to be the same plushie as yesterday, and if you win, I'll send you a list of games that I have codes for on Steam. Pick a game, I'll send you the code.
Do we have a hint tonight?
Brian's not guessing. We don't have a hint tonight. Brian's not guessing. We got a dog. Okay, Wesley, well, we're here. You can feel free to chat if you got emotional stuff going on. And we're here no matter what. Boom! We just opened all the doors. Now is a good time to save, because there's a mini-boss coming up. And that's the most difficult puzzle in the game.
I'm assuming Marissa guessed Roxanne!
She did. Marissa's off to Costco, though, so if she wins, she's never going to know.
Yes, no one tell her.
No one tell her if she won, everybody.
Also, good luck with Costco.
Yeah, I hear it sucks. You know, from being too packed with stuff and people.
Well,
What is going
actually,
on
I've
here?
heard Costco
This
is one
place
of the
is
better
infested
places
with
to go
nightmarish
because they have
creatures.
So
at
you
least here, so
do recordings to save your progress.
I need to be strong.
And they've
I can't
actually
quit now.
written stuff for her to say
I've
at certain
discovered
points
that
of
a
the game.
surgical procedure is to be performed on two twin
But
girls.
it's tough to tell when.
I hope I can get to the operating room in time. There's something dark going on. Something grim.
I see. You aren't playing? I'm so confused. Oh, the game, the plushie cam. I see. All right, so here's where I got hung up in the game and ended up accidentally skipping a 11 steps in the game, or 20 steps in the game,
Please
somewhere
tell us
around there.
something fun, Wesley. We love
We
hearing
love fun.
things.
Alright, everybody get ready. So, first off, there's a monster around here, and another sword guy. Damn it! There's a bunch of... Wait, why did that guy swing his sword? There were no monsters around. Or me's around. Anyway, combine. You gotta reload this. Remember, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. Damn it, didn't back up in time. 6, 7, there we go. I'm in real bad shape, but I got one of those, so I'm fine. First aid kits heal you 100%. Ah, there he is! I hate that guy. Nice, Wesley. So, check it out. This is the dark room.
Hate this.
Yeah, it's bad.
Not looking.
So, I'm just going to go around the other way and get the shotgun. You want the shotgun before you fight that guy. Trust me. You okay?
Yeah, I got a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, you see over here where it says this is the blood of the chosen twins? That's where you should have put a clue about what to do in this room. Aw, nice, Wesley. Weird that they phrased it as your own... Did they phrase it as your own version of the 95 Theses? Or are you phrasing it that way? Okay. I'm interested to hear where that's going. Alright, so...
I mean, Canada's got some examples of that.
Well, it's not a war crime. That's just a genocide.
That's true.
But, you know, getting people to sign up for war.
Oh, because under the 1949...
Group punishment is a war crime. That's funny.
Yes.
That's true. You're violating the Geneva Convention. Sadly, it's not at wartime, so... God, I hate this guy so much. He's even still got an IV bag up there. Oh, cutie. All right, so now we're in another bathroom.
Concepts of what cutie.
No, it's a wide. Where's the shotgun? Got around here somewhere. Oh, I think I have to get past him to get the shotgun. All right, everybody, I might have to take a hit, so everybody get ready to feel sorry for me. You okay, woman?
Oh, I have a headache.
Oh, did you get a drug for it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be kicking. How long have you been playing?
Almost an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a migraine-esque headache
It
or a
might be a
regular-esque
migraine-esque
headache? Ah! God, I hate that guy.
Getting some light sensitivity.
Alright, this is really embarrassing. I've forgotten where the shotgun is.
You're in time for the plushie cam guess if you want to guess.
2, 3, 4.
Granny Big Bad Wolf. Nice, nice, nice.
Fun fact, you can, it costs you 0 time to reload in your inventory. There he goes. Now let's finish him off. Yeah, this guy was added later, so I thought this room was empty, and I went walking through, and suddenly there was a guy there stabbing me. It was a nasty surprise. No, he did it! Oh, wait, I walked into the area where you can't hurt him. That was dumb. Are we sure there's no lamp over here? Yeah, there's no lamp over here. Yeah, that's his special move. It sucks. Okay, it's bad that I have no memory of where the second half of the shotgun is, so... We're gonna have to show you this boss fight without... There he goes. To use the vernacular, you know he dead. Love dire entries.
That one asset, all indie Unity horror games use the hanging body.
There is a hanging body in a sack. It might be the same Unity asset. It wouldn't shock me if it was the same one. Seriously, where is the other half of this shotgun? I swore it was in this hallway, but now I think I'm going crazy.
Yeah, that's totes valid, Wesley. You want to hear funny? I am just go out on a limb and say natural.
Yes!
But in Canada, as a kid, I was taught that Christopher Columbus was a dick.
Oh, I just remember where it is. Forget it. I'm a dum-dum.
Yay.
I can't believe we got a trap to kill 2 people tonight.
Nice.
Alright, so check this out. Here's the rest of the shotgun. One of my favorite shotguns in game, like, immediately. Look at this ridiculous bad boy.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Doesn't that look great? Wait until you see how she reloads it. So, here is the guy who talks to you. It's more shot
What's
from the
going
priesty.
on here? Why is that weird man?
What are you talking about,
You don't see the man?
my child?
I don't know what's
So,
real.
yeah,
or
actually a part of
Let
what
me
I
tell
was
you a
taught in
story.
school, like in
Hundreds
grade
of
school.
The
as a
shaman
kid.
of the tribe.
Yeah.
that sounds.
The shaman
Okay.
of the
And
tribe.
that one, I can
danced
remember,
around.
was definitely a teacher teaching me, not my mother, who is also a teacher and fascinated by explorers. But
So, based on the fact that he said they would dance around the dead bodies, willing them to rise, and that guy's walking in a circle around that dead body, what I'm supposed to know was, and this is the thing I couldn't figure out, and if you figured it out right away, I doff my cap to you. You're a genius, and I'm an idiot because I couldn't figure this out. Here's what you're supposed to do. Okay? Here it comes. Go to this. Turn off the lights in the room. Walk to the table with your lighter out. Run around the table counterclockwise 3 times to get him to wake up and attack you. Doesn't that seem arbitrary to you?
yeah, I would also like to know why you want him to attack.
He's got a scalpel I need to cut some ropes. Now I know what you're thinking. You've got a lighter.
Yeah.
Just use the lighter. And I would be like, yeah, I do. And I should. But no. Here we go.
You got a
This is gonna
bunch
be
of
very
stuff you
unpleasant
can
for
use
him.
to-
Ow. Oh, good. He's getting stun locked. He hit me while standing up? You little jerk. Oh, what?
Now, I will say this. Oh, yeah, they really don't teach that in school about U.S. history. I will say this, Wesley. When I was in school, we didn't really talk about how fallible Canada could be in certain things. Specifically with residential schools and our treatment of Indigenous people in our country. But strangely, I became very well aware of it because when was that movie Graham Greene? It was in the 80s, right?
It was.
Yeah. Graham Greene, one of, our notable actors, was in a very well-received
Dramatic film about the subject.
about the residential schools in Canada.
Oh, yeah. It's a masterpiece.
In the 80s. And, it was talked about everywhere.
And done so.
And I think they aired it on TVO, if I remember, and talked about it a ton. And TVO was also where I went to watch things like Polka Dot Door and Sesame Street. So, yeah.
Well, Wesley, fun fact. The death delay is the moment he dies, it wants to show you all of the doors that unlocked and that the scalpel appeared. But instead of waiting till he's dead on the ground and going, the game shows it to you the absolute microsecond he loses his last bit of health. So the whole game freezes as he's in mid-dying. You don't even hear my gun going off until after after the freeze ends. It's very weird. And the flashing lights immediately turn off, so you're suddenly pitch black and you have to just grab the lighter ASAP. So that's the most confusing thing in the entire game, Otamon. There's some other really fiddly puzzles, and I have answers to all of them. If you have any questions, just find me on Twitter or Discord or Steam. Twitter or Steam are usually I check
lying
more.
on an operating table.
See?
It had blades for hands.
Unfortunately, and I wish they would do this in the game, they don't tell you at what point you've done something significant
After
to unlock
circling
the next
body
audio
3
log.
times, it rose and tried to kill me.
So it's like I have to start trying
I
to
found
save
an old
every
scalpel.
time I
The
achieve
priest
anything.
told me it would have been used in the basement morgue.
Oh.
I should find some leads about the girls there.
See, I'm so sad because these audio files give you clues about what you're supposed to do next. And I didn't hear any of them.